Hello, welcome to Computer and Information Science 150, Introduction to Computer Science. My name is Rick Cassoni and I will be your online instructor, but this being an online class, I feel more like your online instructor as well as your facilitator for the course. So this really is about you getting the most out of this, even though we won't meet each week. My goal will be to create a community so it feels like we're meeting on a continuous basis. CISC150 is a survey class, meaning that we will introduce computer science, and typically most students are new to computer science that are taking CISC150. However, even if a person is a seasoned computer person, they typically always gain something out of the course. So if you are taking this, whether you're a brand new newbie or someone experienced, I'm sure you'll get something out of the course. So a little bit about me. I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, and I enlisted in the Navy following high school. I was fortunate enough to get an ROTC scholarship, at which time I went to the University of Utah and gained a Bachelor of Science in Physics. This allowed me to become a submarine warfare officer, and I was on a couple submarines throughout my Navy career. In 1999, I shifted from an active duty presence to a reserve status, at which time I joined SCIC, and then I also worked for SPAWAR and IBM until 2011 when I became a college or a computer science professor. In 2012, I was fortunate enough to cap a 23-year Navy service with retiring as a Navy commander. So it really was a great ride, and for all the veterans in the class, and there's typically several, thank you for your service and thank you for everything that you do. So that's about me, and I'll learn a lot more about you during the icebreaker discussion. Two important things about this class is that I will always be looking for continuous progress in the course. This means that each week you'll have activities that you'll have to do, and while we won't meet formally, one of the big things about an online class versus a correspondence class is that you have to show regular progress, meaning each week you have to do assignments. So that's a big big item for an online class versus a correspondence class. The other thing is reaching out for help when you get stuck. So I take pride in getting back to students in a very timely manner. If I won't be able to get back to you within 24 hours, I'm always let students know, and it might be that I'm on a camping trip or something like that. But typically, I always get to students within 8 hours, but many times 1 hour, unless I'm in class or I might be sleeping for the night. Usually between 10 p.m. at night and 5 a.m. in the morning is usually when I'm sleeping. So during that time, it might be a little tough to get a hold of you, but the second I'm back at a computer, I will definitely reach out to you. And I realize, as far as an online course, timely assistance is a must. So I realize that, and like I said, I will always do my best to get back to students. For this course, we'll be using a textbook called Technology in Action, and this will help guide us through our survey of the course. We'll also be covering an introduction level of Microsoft Excel for spreadsheets, as well as Microsoft Access for databases, and we'll also cover a little bit of programming. But don't worry, the programming isn't that tough. We'll be using drag and drop programming through something called Scratch. And if any of the students here participated in the hour of code we had in December, you're familiar with Scratch. But it's actually really easy, and students always have fun with this. When we cover the first learning module, you'll see that there's probably more activities in there than most chapters, although these chapters or these activities are very short in nature. So most will take maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So don't let the number of activities scare you off from the course. It actually, I anticipate that most weeks will take students 2 to 3 hours a week to complete all of the work. So that's our introduction, and we'll cover more on the class in the next video that covers the syllabus. So welcome to CISC150, and I look forward to at least virtually meeting with everybody and perhaps seeing people during office hours over the semester. Again, welcome to CISC150.